It in the bay. That's two warnings that 238 aircraft of the Imperial Japanese Navy flying from the Akagi, Kaga, Hiryu, Soryu, Shokaku, and Suikaku have started an invasion of America's island base at Pearl Harbor. The date, December the 7th, 1941. The time, 7:55 in the morning, and you are there. The Nakajima B-5N Kate, the Ayachi D-3A dive bomber, and the Mitsubishi A6M0. Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto had come up with a plan put together by Minoru Genda to invade America's island base at Pearl Harbor and to take America's fleet out of the Pacific so that they can run rampant and take over all of the Pacific. 183 aircraft off of the first flight off the Akagi. They invaded our island base at Pearl Harbor with all of our battleships sitting alongside Fort Island. The Ayachi D-3A dive bomber, the green airplane with the red tail, carrying a 500-pound bomb from a couple thousand feet aimed at the United States battleship, the Arizona. That bomb went through the foredeck, into the forward magazine. That great ship exploded with such force. She burned for the next 3 days. 1,177 of America's finest young men perished dead December the 7th morning. They sleep there today. Mitsubishi A6M0. This aircraft, one of the fastest in the Pacific Theater at that time. We were flying against them with P-40 World. Look at the fighter, a B-17 bomber coming in from the United States, a flight of about 15 of them. Their Captain Ford in the lead aircraft told his men, look for any place you can get on the ground. Indeed, the Japanese were all over us like bees on a honey pot. Two young servicemen, Ken Taylor and George Welch, managed to get out to Haleiwa, get their P-40s loaded with ammunition, and started taking on the fighters that were taking out America's island base at Pearl Harbor. A second round came in, 283 more aircraft, a Nakajima B-5N Kate, a specially designed torpedo between the wheel wells. It had fins on it that caused it to surface very quickly. 3 of them hit the side of the battleship Air Oklahoma. First one, then 2, then 3. That great ship exploded, rolled over on her port side. It was Christmas before we got all 400 out of the Oklahoma. Listen to the sounds of war. Feel the concussion of the bomb underneath your feet. Smell the acrid smoke as it burns your nostrils. And think about yourself being an 18-year-old serviceman. There were 4 sets of brothers on the Arizona alone. take out the submarine pins. As a result of that, America was prepared to put its ships back together very quickly.
1941.
Listen to our president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
In infamy, the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that America did gain that inevitable triumph. It was 4 long years later. 2,400 souls died at Pearl Harbor that December the 7th morning, 1941. But as we listen to the great Kate Smith sing about our nation, I want you to think about that 8 or 9-year-old boy taking his red wagon through the neighborhood, picking up metal, scrap metal. Moms and dads were putting together victory gardens. Young men were coming out of military, or coming out of school, so that they could put on the uniform of our nation. Young ladies were becoming riveters and gun manufacturers and jeep manufacturers in factories all over America. Right here at Luke Air Force Base, they were teaching young men how to fly. America pulled itself together as it has not done in years. Whether it was World War I, or II, or Korea, or Vietnam, or Panama, or the Persian Gulf, or Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever America's men and women go to fight, I want you to think about this. It is because of them that we are the greatest free nation in the world. Do you believe that, Luke?